first edition of Bear Gun King, we had the 45 ACP, and as we all know, it did not do well. And it was using the extreme penetrators in 45 ACP, so now it's back for redemption. So what we have here is we have the 45 ACP plus B, 255 grain, high-tech coated, and these are hard cast rounds. Now we're also using another common caliber for carry, and that's going to be the 9mm Luger plus P, 147 grain hard cast rounds. So we'll see how they do.
Well, I thought I brought my ear protectors. I can't find. Oh, yeah. Today's testing, I was invited to come in and use my Taurus. It's the PT92F AF. And the reason we brought these is because it's 9mm and it has the 5-inch barrel. Okay. This gun is from the late 80s, and I decided to go ahead and get a second one. They kind of upgraded it, but at the same time, I think this has a little more rough edges. They shoot about the same, and I believe we're going to be putting cast bullets to see how they react with the target and stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, I can't remember where I put my headphones, my ear protectors. I'll keep looking.
So this part's going to be the water jug string, and basically what we want is 6 jugs of penetration, and that is usually what the standard is for a good bear gun or bear defense load. So we're going to give it a try. We have here, like I said, my 45 ACP. It's a 6 hour, and we have the hard cast rounds. So we'll see how it does. Okay, so as we can see, it penetrated. That's the first one, that's the entry point, and this is the first jug. That's number 1, exit. That's the second jug, entrance, exit. The white cap is the third jug, and it's still in a straight path. That is the 4th. Okay, now it's deviating just a little. This is the 5th jug. Exited. And this is the 6th round, or 6th jug, and it penetrated the 6th jug here in the bottom. So actually, that is 6 round, or actually 6 jugs of penetration. So that's great bear defense capabilities with those hard cast rounds. So this is a good friend of mine, Hi Hat, and he's going to be working on these ballistics jugs alongside me.
Yeah, and I found my ear protectors, so I didn't know where they were. Well, here they are. These are the cast bullets, the 9mm, and I believe they're 147 grain. Okay, I like the nickel plating casing. That's pretty cool. That red stuff, I don't know what it is. I'll have to do some research and figure out. I keep thinking it's some kind of what's it called, ceramic maybe, or something heat. So I'll be using my Taurus. Okay. And let's give it a shot.
So wow, for the 9mm, that's pretty good devastation. Look at the first jug here. That just really tore it in half. Now we can see that the path is a true path. Very nice. That's the first jug. That is the secondary jug. Ooh, and it's deviating downward. Okay. That's the third. Ooh. And nope, it didn't get the 4th. Okay, you might have to do another retake.
It hit the table.
Yeah, and it hit the table and it went down. Okay.
I'm using the same the same cast bullet. And I'm going to change the angle a little bit. I noticed that the table is inclined some, so I'm going to try to compensate. I'm going to sit down and see if I can parallel that angle, okay?
Okay, so as we can see, the first jug here, and that's a true shot right through there. Complete pass through, a lot of devastation. Whoa, second jug, very much compromised. And you can see right there, that's still in a straight path. That's the second jug. This is a third jug. Okay, it's deviating a little bit to the left side. Still came out there. This is the fourth jug, as you can see right there, and it's still deviating left. This is the fifth jug. That's the entrance, that's the exit. Still heading out, and this is finally the fifth jug. And you can see the entrance, and there's the exit. So that is what we wanted to see. Six jugs of penetration, actually. So that is great defense capabilities in the 9mm. So as you can see, this is the clear ballistics, and we have two 16-inch blocks of clear ballistics. So that should be about 32 inches in penetration. Now, the very first part of the series, the 10mm and the 44 Magnum with hard cast, and the other one was a full metal jacket, they had a complete pass-through. So we're hoping that the 45 ACP and the 9mm have about pretty close to the same. So here we go. And as we can see right here, we have a jam, and that's with the hard cast rounds. So I'm going to go ahead and clear the jam. There it is. Okay, so let's see how it did. So as we can see, that is the straight path, and it's going completely through the first gelatin block, and if I'm not mistaken, that went out right there, and that's the 32 inches of penetration that we wanted. That is excellent penetration.
So that's ballistic gel. I hope the bullet doesn't bounce off of it and come back at me. So let's see what happens.
And we can see the two wound cavities right there. This one here closer to us, that's the 9mm. Wow, so that had a little more disruption. As you can see, it's still going on, and actually exit right over the 45 ACP, and that's the penetration path. This one's the 9mm, so complete penetration, and that is great bear defense on the 9mm.
It didn't bounce back, so that's a good thing. There seems to be a left spin on it, I noticed.
So far so good. They've been doing awesome, these hard cast rounds in 45 ACP and 9mm through the clear ballistics gelatin and the 6 water jugs. Now, this is the $1,000,000 question. How is it gonna do on frozen back straps? Now, I'm trying to recreate what I did on the second Bear Gun King video, where I had that huge hind quarter and the shoulder. Now, these are frozen solid from a mature buck, and the great thing is we can always reuse them again because they're hard cast rounds, and hopefully they won't dump a lot of lead inside these things here, but they can still be reused. Now I'm going to keep the packaging, that way we can see where the rounds exit, if in fact they do exit. So far, the 45 ACP and the 9mm and hard cast round have done excellent through the 32 inches of clear ballistics gelatin and through the 6 jugs of water. So now we do have the $1 million question. So now, can it penetrate a very thick, solid game target? So we're going to start off first with a 45 ACP, and we're going to see how it does. Sorry about the wind noise, guys, but I hope you can hear me. And we have another jam. So that's a 45 ACP. We can see that it struck on this side. And back here, we take a look. I don't see any penetration back here. So that means the bullet is probably lodged somewhere either in the first one or the second one. So now we're gonna try the 9mm. We'll see how it does.
I'm hoping for a clean shot, so we won't have to chase it down the field. I think we'll be okay on that one.
Okay, so now let's see how we did. So as we can see, that is the 45 ACP. That's a huge, massive hole. And that's the 9mm, more streamlined, better sectional density. So let's see how we did. Okay, so as we can see, we went through the first part of it. Okay, and this has not been touched at all. So there is no indication here that either the 45 ACP or the 9mm penetrated, not even the first strap, which is really, really thick, as you can see here. So we're gonna attempt to go in there and extract it. Okay, so now we're gonna perform surgery and see if we can retrieve the round. So as you can see, that's a 45 ACP and that's a 9mm. And let's see if they're pretty close. They should be around here. Okay, so I'm at about maybe an inch in, and I do not see them. Nope, I still can't see them. Okay, so we're gonna use a hatchet. Maybe that makes it a little easier. So here we go. I felt something here. Okay, so is it now? Oh, I don't feel anything just yet. There it is. There it is. Come on, see it right there? That's 9mm. So as you can see, it went in through there. So it's about to the edge of my knife. So that's about 2.5 inches, maybe 3 inches, right? So, and the 45 ACP is around this area here too. So let's see if we can, oh, there it is. Or is that fragments? Yep, there it is. Oh, very similar.
So 3 inches max, would you say?
Yeah. So that's there's for the 45 ACP. Yeah, it's about the same. They're about even. Okay, so we think we may have located the 45. Yes, we did. And as you can see right there, that's penetration. 9mm was about here. It went up to this point right here. So that is about, and I'm gonna have to measure my knife from this point to this tip right here. Actually, maybe the halfway point there. So it's 1, 2, 3 tips, just a little over, maybe half an inch over. So that's how deep, and I'd say that's about maybe 6.5 inches of penetration. I'll measure it at home just to make sure, but that is the 45 ACP. So it almost came out of the leg quarter, or the first one, as you can see it there, almost came out the back from the first quarter. And that is the 45 ACP, and there they are compared to each other. This is the 45 ACP hard cast round, and we're going to see how it does on the cinder block. Here we go. And as you can see, all the damage, that's a huge hole. Look at that. It's the size of my thumb or larger. So, look at that. Left of the 45 ACP. So really good damage. Blew through the first wall and cracked the secondary wall. So now we're going to try the 9mm. Here we go. So as we can see, there is a perfect, it's about the size of my index finger. No cracks though. No cracks at all.